Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Funny channel. Today I am going to teach how to make the allowance part in payroll. In our last class we saw the employee registration part and how to register the employee, how to view the employee. In this tutorial I am going to talk about the allowance part, right? How to work with the allowance, right? So here you will be able to see the allowance. It consists of three different allowance. This is the basic allowance. This is a department wise. This is individual wise, right? There will be the three types, right? If let me look at each type. This one should be the allowance type. Here bus, car and food. Okay, this is the allowance, right? So department wise, IT, account, marketing, this is a department, this is allowance type, right? So here individual, you have an individual, the employee only, we have registered only one employee. If you have various employee, you will be able to select from this drop down and you have to select the allowance and we have to give the amount, right? So we have a three different way. So first we have look at the allowance. This is a basic allowance, right? So we have give the allowance all the peoples right here. Okay, so here we have to select food allowance. So you have to select the food allowance for all the people. So you have to type the amount. So I have to type 1000. Click add button. Here record added. Here it will be added successfully. Here good allowance, right? 1000, right? This is the allowance type 3. Okay. Now you'll be able to see the database also same thing, right? Allowance type 3. So here we have to look at. Okay. Now what I am going to do is here. How to do the program step by step I will be teach. Okay. Now let's back to our PHP Storm. This is the allowance.php page I have did. This all the source code I provide you once I complete all the projects, right? So don't worry about that. First I have to add the HTML. Inside the HTML I have to add the add tag. Inside the add tag we have add the bootstrap libraries. Okay, this was no need of a file upload part, we no need it. This is a bootstrap libraries. We need these two files in order to add the bootstrap min.js, min.cs, data table min.cs. This two JS file we needed, right? So here what I did here is we have write include header.php. This is the header. We have to import the header, right? The header code I have a header. I have explained it later on. Header I have a header. This is a header. Okay, simple header. Here the nav tag is a nav, right? So here we have to write the heading of the payroll. Here these are the links I have given inside the unordered list. Okay, unordered list. Inside the unordered list we have a various list files are there. This is the home allowance, deduction and payroll. These are the allowance. Okay, these are the allowance. Here one choice the logout, right? These are the various links are there, right? Now let me look at the allowance.php page. Here we have an unloaded list. We have a three links: allowance, department, and individual. We have a this one should be the link: home, menu 1, menu 2. Okay, so you will be able to see here. This is the style, different tabs. This is called as a tabs. So different tabs. It's called as a different tabs. Okay. So here we have a div. Here what I did here is we have created a simple form here inside this div. The simple form. Today I am going to teach about this only, this area only. Okay. So here this is the first part. Let me look at the first part. Allowance type, right? So these are only simple form, right? So here what I did here is we have a only we have field. This is the input drop down field. We have a choices bus, car, food. These are the allowance types are there. Okay, I have got it like this. Okay, we have an amount type. What is the amount you need? You have to enter the amount and click add button. It goes to the on click method add allowance function. So let me look at the add allowance function. If you look at this one, here this one, right? So here form, this is a simple form. We have formed this one. form. This form have a these are the two fields are there. This one is a drop down field, this is the amount, so there are two input fields are there. So if you look at this one, we have variables. This one should be the variables, URL, data, method, or these are variables we have created. If is new is true, if it is a new information, we have write like this, URL, we have already created the method variable here above, right here, if is true, right, is true. URL, we will go to the URL PHP allowance, here we have allowance.php page. See all the form variable we have to serialize, all the form data we have serialized along with the post method. Then what happen is, so these two URL, data and method, these two we have to put it like this, type post, URL, this URL, data type JSON, data, this data, all the things goes to this page, allowance.php page, this one allowance.stage page. Let me, if you look at this one, here we have to establish a database connection over here. After that, if the connection is success, it's coming, it's look at this code, select ID from employee table. Here we have if the ID is match, here we have to ID, right. So here what happens, here we have to load all the employee IDs, okay, here, right, all the employee ID we have to load it. Employee table, we have to load all the employee ID, because here I am going to give the allowance to all the employees. So what is the employee working on the company, particular company, all the employee will be getting the allowance. So we have to load all the employees ID over here, put into this variable. After that we have to, this is the SQL query we have to run to get the data. After that we have to write the if MySQL rows, we have to read all the rows. If the data is available, if it is 1 available, 0 is mean it's not available. If it is data is available, what happens, we have to put the while loop to load them each rows. After that what I do is here, employee value, we have to get the employee value equal the row, what is the value you are loaded from this query, SQL query. So the results will be coming here. Row ID mean what is the ID, matching this ID column, right. So all the ID, what's the ID is available, it's put into here. After that we have to write the prepare statement here, statement connection prepare, insert into allowance. These are the two columns are there, allowance type amount, right, employee number, right. So you have to write allowance type amount, employee number. We have a 3 parameters are there here. You have to write statement bind param 3. You have to write allowance type amount, employee value, EMP value, right. So we have to here these 3 fields, right, A type, this one, this A type mean what is the value are coming here. So here if you look at this one, here this one, A type mean if you are what is a allowance type you are selected here, this one should be coming to this field, right. What's the data you are typing here, this name should be this name should be this posting to which page, allowance.php. So you are getting there, getting the data, A type, amount, employee number, passing to the relevant variables, store the relevant variables. After that we have to write if execute statement dot, if you are calling this one, if it is 1, echo 1 mean data is inserted successfully, if it is 0 mean data is unsuccessful, right. So if echo 1 mean data is successfully added the record into the database, if it is 0 mean it is unsuccessful. That's the thing we have to do so far, right. So if the data is added successfully, you will be getting the, you will be able to see the data here, right, so all the data, right. That's the thing we have to do here, right. After that what I did here is, after the data we have to view the data, right. So that stuff also very simple. Let me look at the again allowance.php page. Below this form we have a simple table, there's a 4 columns table. So we have to see this is a simple table we have, right? Panel body, table ID, TBL allowance. This is the table border, right? Cell padding, width. This one should be the okay. This is a table with 100%, right? We have 4 rows here. Right. Now what I am going to say, all the data will be loading into this table, right? So here, what I did here. Here this is the J table. We have to add the min.js and CSS. We already explaining this all the stuff in my previous tutorial. We don't have to explain here. Okay, so you will be able to see here. This is the data. We have to load it, right? We will be able to see this is a data simple, right? First, you have to create the function get all. This is a table name, TBL allow, data table. It's destroy, right? We have to call this method destroy. Okay, when you load the data, after if it is anything error, it will be solve out this problem, right? If and destroy method, right? So you write the Ajax function over here. What is the Ajax function does here is URL type data type. URL just goes to the particular page and load the data along with the get method, data type JSON. After that, load all the stuff you are passing to the Ajax function over here. So data table, we have to write like this. Okay, this all the matching value should be we are passing here, right? ID, allowance type, amount, and number. Okay, so that's why it will be displayed look like this. Okay, number, allowance type, and employee. These are called as heading. This is the JSON data we have to passing here, right? It's coming from this page, all allowance.php. If you are look at this particular page, first we have to establish a database connection. After that, we have to write this one. Select ID, allowance type, amount, employee number from the employee table. We have to load all the data from the employee table. We have to put in the relevant variables here. After that, if all the things are if the code is working successfully, all the data we loaded. After that, we have to call execute if statement or execute. We have to write the while loop and load the data and put into the one array like this. Okay, so this is the key, this is the value, this is a key value, right? So this all the variable we have to pass into the relevant key. These values we are passing to the relevant variables. Sorry, this variable we are passing to the relevant key. These key values. What I am going to do is here we have to getting from here. Sorry, here we are getting from this page here, right? ID, allowance type, and amount, and EMP number. Okay, you are getting from here. Okay, this page. Okay, what is the value name you are given here? This all the name field should be we will be getting here, right? That's how we have load the data from the database. After that, the stuff you have to call this method above. It will be loaded, right? Very simple. Okay, this is simple code we have to write to load the data from the database. You must learn this one. If you have any doubt on this, you can ask me anytime. If you like my channel, please subscribe me, like me. Thank you for watching.